Are you gonna focus? Moisturising toner. Might as well talk to you whilst I'm doing this. So.
You with me then.
Not you, I'm sorry. Welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. I'm back. And this time, I feel like I haven't done one in ages. A little get ready with me. How I do my makeup. Like a new updated makeup routine. All the products that I'm using, that I'm loving at the moment. Tell you what we will be talking about. Dating. Dates. Oh, that reminds me of Love Island. We used to be like, we're going on a date. You're going. So cringe. Why did we ever do that? Anyway, I'm really sorry. I'm quite, you know, I'm a bit ill at the moment. So when I might be a bit sniffly and snotty. Yeah, we're gonna talk dating. You guys have told me some funny bad date stories. What gives you the ick? I'm gonna talk to you about what gives me the ick. Any bad dating stories I have. What's my worst dating story, right? I don't think I've got that bad ones. Okay?
Well, you shit yourself.
No, I didn't. When I pooed myself. That would be a bad date. That would be an awful date. Imagine if you pooed yourself on a date. I'd cry.
That's not even thinking about.
I'd actually have to, like, I wouldn't return, obviously. Like, I would have to do a runner. Right, I've just done my skincare. So I just did the toner and then I put on my Skin Better Alto Advanced Defense and Repair Serum. That's AM and PM, so you can do that day and night. And then I put on my SPF. And then I really want to get the Bobbi Brown face base. Heard such good things about it. I need to buy it. But at the moment I've just been using this Hourglass airbrush primer, Vanish airbrush primer. Pop that on. Thought, you know, I hadn't really heard anything about this, but I was buying an Hourglass concealer. And I thought, I don't really have a primer. Hourglass is quite a good brand. Like maybe I'll just, you know, buy one from there. And it said airbrush. So isn't it funny, like, how marketing actually works? And the clever use of product names. Like, I purely bought that because it said airbrush. I quite like it though. I wouldn't say that it's, you know, bad. Skincare is the most important thing, guys, okay? Important. Oh, I'm so sorry I'm so sniffly. Is that really annoying? For the camera, do you think, right? No. It is. They got to listen to me sniffle all this whole video.
You can't help it, you're real. I
can't help it, Emil. I can't help it. I've got to work.
But no. Everyone goes to work when they're ill.
Yeah.
Unless you're pussy.
God, any excuse to not go to work back in the olden days.
That's
a big fat lie. But no, if I was, you know, I would always have time off because I would always get water infections. I ain't going on that train having a water infection. Not happening. Not happening, guys. If you're a girl and you know how I'm a serious water infection catcher. Don't know why. Sensitive vajayjay. Sorry, my dad's probably watching this. It's disgusting. But Dad probably knows about that anyway, because it's me and I'm his daughter. Okay, let's go on to my Insta then. Oh, he's got rid of it. Right, by the way, if you ever do like a poll or a questionnaire thing, and then you didn't like screenshot any of the questions, if you're a, I don't know, you know, YouTuber and you want questions from Instagram, they don't disappear. Go on your archive. Like, I posted this story. Oh, go away. That, like, for all these dating stories. And they come up. I was going to post a new one and be like, sorry guys, I got rid of them. Can you post them again? Which is annoying. Right, okay, this is what's popped up straight away. Right, okay, so this girl has said 3 to 4 dates before the deed. What do we think? Obviously, guys, please, like, if I don't know what age you are watching this, so if you are below 16 and not at the legal age of having sex, you shouldn't be going on any dates and having any sex, okay? I think 3 to 4 dates is an acceptable amount to then do it. I think it's very important to only do it if you actually, you know, like the person. But then I do also think, you know, be free and, is it liberal? The word? Liberal. Like free and liberal. Like if you want to have sex, you can. Like I don't think that there needs to be a rule. I just can't stand, I'm going to start getting political now. I don't really want to do that. I'm using the flawless filter, by the way, first. But like, it just annoys me that, like, you know, oh, how many people you're allowed to sleep with before, like, as a girl, before you're like classed, you know, as a bit of a, you know, what's a nice word? Slag. I don't know what else to say, to be honest. And I just think, why are we not allowed to sleep with as many people as men? It's absolutely ridiculous. And I also think, oh, you're telling me that boys wait 3 to 4 dates before they before they sleep with a person. So why should we wait? If we want to do it, do it. I'm also that. But let's talk me. That's very vain of me, really. Let's talk about me, my experience. I think 3 or 4 dates, if you really like someone, depends what you like. If you only like want to do the deed if you really like them, or if you're a bit more free and you don't really care whether you like them or not, and you know, people got needs. Do whatever you want. Don't listen to any rules. No rules involved in life. Don't listen to anyone who says there's rules either. You do what you think is right. Because at the end of the day, the only person you have to please in this life is you. As long, guys, you know, you practice safe sex. Let's not have, you know, we don't want anything bad happening. Safe sex always, guys. Anyway, I'm not a sex expert, so I don't know why I'm talking about this. It's meant to be about dating. I'm now going into the Airbrush Flawless Foundation by Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm using shade 7 Neutral. I feel like this is probably not going to be my best makeup look because I'm chatting a load of rubbish as well. Some icks. My biggest ick is boys who wear dressing gowns. That one's pretty savage. I wouldn't say that gave me the ick. Depends what dressing gown, I suppose. I live in my dressing gown. I literally... It's
like a Monsters Inc. dressing gown.
Monsters Inc. If you had like any sort of Disney dressing gown, nah mate, out the door. No way. Or like Star Wars dressing gown. Or pyjamas. I actually think an ick for me is boys in pyjamas. Sorry, that is actually really rude if there's boys watching this. Like, obviously, people wear pyjamas. But if I was with a boy, don't know about anyone else, but I just wouldn't wear anything to bed as a boy, or just pants. Just wear pants. My boyfriend was in my friend group. He got jealous of me and my best friend who's gay. Who does that sound like? Me and Ryan have been friends for years, so I'm not talking about Liam, by the way. Liam and Ryan got on really well, but I've had that experience as well, actually, because Ryan is gay. And you know what, it's really weird when people say that Ryan's like, I don't know, is he doing it as like a cover up because actually he wants to be with me and get in the bedroom with me. Like, it's just weird.
It's really weird.
It's really weird that
people really disrespectful.
It is disrespectful, and like
it takes a lot for a gay person to come out.
Yeah.
And you're just like dismissing me, thinking I'm trying to do it as a fucking plan.
Yeah.
I go through all of those years of fucking
getting bullied.
Yeah, and struggle just to get in your fucking knickers.
No.
I could get in them if I wanted anyway.
Oh, Ryan, that's weird.
You fancy me? Tell me all the time.
Tell me all the time. No, do not let a boy. That is actually quite disgusting. Like, if you've got a gay best friend and then a boy is accusing him of like, or being jealous because you're with him all the time. But if he was a girl, you'd be allowed to be with her, and like he wouldn't get jealous of her. Like, there's no difference. No, and that's not acceptable. Tell him he needs to have a think about his opinions and put him back in his place, please. I have hair somewhere, I've got to get it off my face. Someone's put, when dating a musician and they sing to you, biggest ick. Yeah, I was gonna say, one of my best friend's boyfriends is a musician, and I don't think that's an ick at all. Like, how attractive. Having your boyfriend sing to you, I would love that. Why are you laughing?
I don't fucking lie.
Are you joking me? Liam, I'm not going to sit here and talk about Liam, but obviously we're talking about past like relationships, what gives you the ick, and he's my recent boyfriend. But he's a good singer. He used to sing, and I used to actually really like it. I thought it was really cute. If that's Nick, I think maybe it's when, you know, they're like wannabe musicians maybe, and then they actually don't have a good voice, and then they really try. Like, that's when it's a bit cringe. But you need to be able to say to them, stop it, don't like it, don't do that. A date got so drunk that I had to drive him home to his mum's house. The definition of an ick. Oh no. Oh no, don't get, that's, you know, there's a fine line between when you go on dates, yeah? Especially first date, do not get that drunk. Some people, obviously, I'm using the Hourglass Vanish concealer in shade Cotton. Some people obviously like need maybe alcohol for a bit of confidence. Like, don't get me wrong, you think I'm going on a date and not drinking alcohol? Absolutely no way. Like, never in a million years would I do that. Of course I'm drinking, but I wouldn't, you know, you can't get really drunk. Oh no, I mean, it's that, I don't want to be sexist and say like the boy can't get as drunk. Like, no one should get that drunk. But the fact that you got that drunk that the other person has to drive you home, and then she finds out you live with your mum. Obviously this is dependent on age, I would say. You know, I think anything below 30 living with your mum is fine, living at home, because it's a struggle. Life is a struggle in moving out and stuff. You know, I think 30 would be a nice age to have got your shit together and moved out, you know what I mean? And then having to take him in, oh my god, because obviously he's that drunk he can't move. I'm using the Pink Honey bronzing face frosting in Cookie Butter for cream bronzer. He's obviously too drunk to do anything. She's drove him home, which means she's probably got to walk him in, knock on the door, and like either give him to his mum or take him up to his bedroom with his mum just chilling there in the living room. Mum and dad, like, how awkward. Nah, that's enough. That is enough. No one wants to meet parents on the first date. Let's be real, no one. And if I had to meet his mum on the first date, I'm not meeting him again. No way. I've got a funny dating story. It didn't happen to me, and I promise you it's not one of them things where it's saying it from a friend and it actually happened to me. I would tell you if it happened to me, but I don't want to tell you who it is because they might not want me to tell this story. They went on a date with this guy and they went to a shopping centre, and the guy was like, yeah, I just want to get some new clothes, like blah 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 blah, let's go shopping. So I went shopping. She's like, where do you want to go? And he goes, Primark. Right, there's absolutely nothing wrong with going shopping in Primark. I love Primark. Primark pyjamas, I love the Primark £1 thongs. You know, you're trying to impress someone. Maybe let's not take the date to the Primark on the first date, yeah? Anyway, so he spends a couple £100 in Primark, and then he's got quite a few bags of shopping, obviously. Asks the girl if she can carry the bags, whatever, help him carry the bags, fine. What do you want to do now? And he goes, oh, I've just texted my mum and my sister because they're here as well. I'm going to give my bags to them because I don't want to carry my bags around. So he's literally taken the girl to meet his mum and sister on the first date to hand over his Primark shopping bags. The story gets worse. Then hands the Primark bags over, really fucking awkward. Then they go, okay, should we go get some food? Where should we go get food? Oh, I want to go to Nando's. Again, nothing wrong with Nando's. I would go to Nando's on a date, but maybe not a first date. Don't know, whatever. You know, we all have a preference, it's fine. Don't come at me in my comments for saying I'm bougie or whatever. But I feel like first impressions, like, you know, let's just go a little bit better than Nando's. It's like, Nando's is lovely, but it's equivalent, I think, of taking someone to McDonald's on a first date. You just wouldn't do it, would you? Queuing up, because obviously at Nando's, it's not waiter service, this is pre-COVID. And they get to the front of the queue, call him over, and he goes, go on, you can go first. She's like, oh, okay. So she's buying her own Nando's. This is another conversation to be had. Buying her own Nando's, and he went, and he said, you go first. He went, oh look, I've got a Nando's card, and it's got a free chicken on it. Do you want to use it? And then the girl was like, I'm okay, thank you. I don't want to use your Nando's voucher. So he obviously used his Nando's free chicken voucher, whilst she went and paid for her own Nando's. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy with that. Sorry, that whole date there is a pile of wank, and I wouldn't accept it. So conversation of does the boy, obviously this is obviously if you're straight, does the boy pay for your meal? This is a conversation to be had. How would you feel if someone made you pay? How would I feel? I just think, me personally, I do not mind at all, right? I've been on a date before and he paid, yeah? And then we went on a second date and I paid. I was like, no, you paid for the first one, please let me pay. And obviously I offered on the first one as well. But the second date, I was like, you paid, like, come on, you paid a lot. Like, we'd been out for drinks, like, we'd been out for a nice dinner. Like, it was a couple £100. And I think it's fair, like, then. But me personally, I would want you to pay on the first date. Doesn't mean I'm not going to pay ever again, and I want you to pay for my whole life. No, I'm not being sexist, and I'm not, you know, one of them people that girls use men for. I'm not like that. But I just think it's principle. Like, girls, that I don't like to ask boys out on a date. You've asked me out on a date. If you can't, don't take me somewhere you can't afford. Like, that's absolutely fine. You know, Nando's, we all can scrimp up a tenner here to get a Nando's, you know what I mean? And this guy didn't even pay for this girl's Nando's. Like, at least do that. If you're gonna take me to Nando's, at least pay for me, do you know what I mean? Just blended out all my concealer, and I did my contour, and now I'm putting on the Emma Mitchell blush in shade Posy Rosy. Dab it up there. There, and then I get my Charlotte Tilbury pink Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand, Pink Gasm I think it's called. With a beauty blender, I just dab a bit on there and then blend it in. Is the grass greener on the other side being single? Especially if you're not sure you're with your soulmate. That's hard. Well, obviously if he's not your soulmate, no. Like, you need to find your soulmate. And like, you shouldn't really be with them if he's not your soulmate. And if you're not sure, then he's not. Like, that probably is the best advice to give. Like, if you're unsure, then that just says it all. I think, you know, I've been in a few relationships, and you just know. You do. You just know. And if you don't know, like, I've been in relationships where, well, not relationships, like seeing someone, because I wouldn't get in a relationship with someone if I didn't know. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't have more than one soulmate, but that is what we're searching for. We're all searching for a soulmate. You might think it's your soulmate. Like, you feel like you know, and it might not turn out that way, which is the saddest part. But every person that I've seen, if I'm unsure, that's it. You're out, mate. I'm not going any further with this. I'm not wasting my time. I'm 26 soon. I need to find my soulmate, like ASAP Rocky. It isn't, I can't say it's green on the other side, because being single sometimes, especially when you've just got out of a relationship, it's not fun. We know it's not fun, but you kind of have to, it depends how long you've been seeing this person for. You know, if you're not sure if he's your soulmate and it's been a couple of months, I'd say play it out. But if you've been together a year and you're still not sure whether he's your soulmate, get rid of that. Get rid of that ASAP. So I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder with Beauty Blender, baking under my eyes. I feel like I need to tell like a bad date of mine. God, but they might be watching this. I tell you and if they're watching this, then you know the truth about what happened on our date. It was a Tinder meetup. Alright, I used to be on Tinder, and I was single for 1.5 years. I met this guy on Tinder. We were just gonna have drinks, but we said let's do something fun, like let's make cocktails, let's each make a cocktail. And I can't actually remember, but I remember feeling like, so basically we went to Tesco's to buy the cocktail stuff. I can't remember if he paid or not, which is kind of making me probably feel like he probably didn't pay.
He didn't.
He didn't.
I remember this. He didn't. Because I remember you being like, you barely had any money. And you was like, it was fucking 30 quid at the self-checkout.
Yeah, we went to the self-checkout.
I just had to do it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't offer.
He didn't offer. No. I'm pretty sure I maybe had some stuff in my hand. He had some stuff in his. And then he kind of, we all went together, and I thought he would pay it because it wasn't a lot. Like, don't say like let's make cocktails and then you can't afford to buy ingredients to make them. Anyway, I know, right, I feel like he did, right, because I remember it was a very awkward situation, and that's what I don't like. Don't make me feel like uncomfortable. Just take control. I like someone to take control of the situation. So I think maybe he made me feel really awkward about it, and then he maybe did pay, and then he was like, oh, are you hungry? And I was like, no, I don't want to eat, like I've already eaten before I got here. And he was like, I'm starving, can you jump out and go and get me a KFC? Yeah, like he obviously drove. So now, like, he pulled up outside this KFC, but like didn't want to park up and like come in with me. So then I had to go in, took his order, went in, got the KFC, because obviously he wanted to feel like if he just paid for that, he wanted me to pay for something. And then that's when it's like, you're making me feel awkward, mate. Like, I don't like this. So I've gone in there, and now I'm like just waiting in KFC on my own, like waiting for his fucking burger and popcorn chicken. Anyway, get it. He starts eating it. Forget about that. Starting a good time. Like, we got on quite well. There was nothing really wrong with the date after that. And I thought, you know, it didn't put me off. I was like, oh, I'm not going to see him again until. So some of you may know, I worked at ASOS, yeah? I used to get 40% discount. Can we all see where this is going? This boy asked me and found out that I got 40% off ASOS. Anyway, he's making jokes. He needs to, I'm gonna get me a use discount. Like, you know, when like someone's like, oh yeah, I don't know what to say.
Oh, go on, give us it.
And I'm like, well, fuck off. I'm thinking he's not being serious. He can't be being serious. Hours go by, and then I stay. Right, stay the night. Next morning, get up, having a coffee or whatever. Goes like this, sits on the sofa.
Right, come then, sit down.
And I was like, okay. He's going,
get your phone up, let's go on ASOS.
And I was like, what?
I want to do an order. I said last night, I'm going to do an order, I use your discount.
I was like, I've met this boy once. And he's trying to use my ASOS discount. Bearing in mind, I have a cap, right? I can only use a certain amount, like spend a certain amount a month. He's used it right up, mate. He's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, you've got quite a cool style, haven't you? Can you help me, like, shop on there? Oh, okay. Like, you know, thinks I've got good style. I do. I'll help him. And then he's going through, yeah, I love that, love that, love that. This bag bag on ASOS is coming to 200 quid, right, bearing in mind I've got a limit. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, he's using up half of my limit. But I'm too embarrassed to say no, don't order that much. So I just have to sit there and let him order it. Well, no, you buy it, you put it on your card and I'll transfer you. And I thought, I ain't even got his money in my card. I've not got 200 quid in my account. What am I going to do? And I thought, I'm going to have to suck it up, use my overdraft and like just get charged. And I thought, he's like, I'm going to send it to you, I'll send it to you. And I left them probably about midday. And I was like, what a fucking idiot. Like, I'm using MAC bronzer and Give Me Sun, by the way. I was like, oh my god, no. Like, I actually don't want to speak to this guy ever again, but he hasn't sent me the money. I'm pretty sure I sent him a reminder and I was like, oh, like it's gonna be shipped in 2 days. Like, I didn't say, can you send me the money? But as a little like push, by the way, I've bought your ASOS order. He finally sent it to me and I was like, right, that's it. I'm rid of him. I'm not seeing him again because that was just a really awkward day. He gets the parcel, then he bloody wants a refund. Doesn't like half the order. Oh no, I don't, blah, blah, blah. Can you do this? Can you do that? And then when you do a refund on your ASOS account, like, because it was on my work account, it meant, like, it had to be in my name and then the money come back in my account, which meant I still had to keep in contact with this guy because I had to send him his bloody refund back. Like, what a palaver. All that because I went on a date, because I went on a little cocktail tasting, making date. Nah. See what I mean? It was the asking for my discount for me. Dior blusher in Rosy Glow. Other bad dating stories I had. I went on a date once and he took me the wrong way to the restaurant and the only way to get through was to jump over a gate. And he was like, oh, let's just walk the other way round. And I was like, I can't be asked. I'm not, that's just gonna take another 20 minutes. Like, let's just jump the gate. I was in a dress and I like, and heels, and I jumped a gate. So, yeah. Oh, actually, someone asked me, tell me about my very first date experience. So my first date experience, the very first time I went on a date. So I actually was 16 years old. And this was with a night who I was with for 7 years. He took me to Zzz's in Hornchurch. Even that, right, I'm not asking you to take me. I mean, definitely not at 16, but I was quite young. But I'm not asking you to take me to Mayfair, but I'm also not asking you to take me to Nando's. Like Zzz's, you know? Zzz's is a nice date. Little Italian, he asked me what was my favourite food. I said Italian. Well, I love spicy food, but I was like, I'm not going to eat spicy food on a first date, you know what I mean? For me, I want them to be there before me, because I'm not sitting around waiting for them. How bloody awkward. So I want to turn up a little bit late. That is normally my ritual. Turn up a bit late, so then they're waiting around for a little bit, keep them guessing, do you know what I mean? Are they going to turn up or not? Not too late though, let's not be like, why am I doing my eyebrows in there when I can literally do it here? Let's not be too late. I'm reckon like, you know, maximum 10 minutes late. Went to Zzz's, had a really nice night, talked about each other, got to know each other, and then went home. He got me a cab home, dropped me off home. Very respectable, which I feel like should be how dates should go. And obviously it was a very successful date because they ended up being together for 7 years. Almost. Let's have a look at some more Icks. I'm using the Revolution laminate brow in dark brown. So you've got pencil one side, clear the other, like gel. I think actually all I've got to do, because I'm not going to do eyeshadow because that's, you know, not really my everyday. All Nighter, Urban Decay. Right, I just put some setting spray on and then I finish off with the Huda Beauty powder in Pound Cake, as I like my foundation, my face to look really matte. And then I get my Trigwell Cosmetics powder puff. And I put that in all the places where I want to sort of brighten it up. So under my eye, like so, just really like matte and smooth it out. I love matte face. These powder puffs are like unreal. So let's just finish off with my biggest ick. Probably someone who's like really like vulgar in a sense. Like, imagine if someone farted or like was burping on the first date. Disgusting. Don't do that. Someone who wears skinny jeans. Rank. I don't like that. Don't do that. I think probably someone with a bad fashion sense, like, I don't mean that in a mean way, because I know not everyone does, but like, our outfits for me are a massive ick. Like, if I don't like what you're wearing, like, if you don't look cool, like, you don't look nice, that is it for me. Unfortunately, you've got to look nice. Like, imagine if, like, you were on a first date and, like, they had a bogey. Actually kill me. Because I'd be too embarrassed to say, oh, I'm sorry, like, you've got a bogey. But, like, you'd have to. And then that would give me the ick having to tell them they had a bogey. Someone, like, who's too cocky. Don't like that. Someone who's rude to waiters, like, say we're out on our first date and then no, it's a big ick. Say you were on a date and then we went somewhere, say, like, we got a steak or whatever, and then you didn't like your main, and then you complain about it and ask for it to be taken off the bill. No way. Could not hack that. That's actually not a vibe for me. Don't do that. If you make me pay, that turns me off. After the first date, it's fine. Bad breath, obviously. Ew.
Boys that have long nails, it should be illegal.
Yeah, long nails. Just make sure that you know, nicely manicured.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, trimmed. Doesn't gotta be nicely manicured, that's so extreme, but just not like a big long nail. Yeah, and I think that's why a bedroom also is a big indicator. Like, if you, like, you haven't got to be a clean freak, because I'm not, but like, if you've got someone coming round, you make it presentable. And if you haven't made it presentable, or it's like you've got navy blue bed sheets, fuck right off, mate. Like, just because you're a boy doesn't have, you haven't got to have navy blue. Right, so this is the no filter lip liner in, oh, it's gone, I don't know, Nike or something like that. Then I'm using the NYX soft matte lip cream in London. All done. My updated makeup routine, all the products that I use at the moment. If I am using eyeshadow, I use the No Filter Beauty eyeshadow. It's my lovely makeup artist, Lo, her brand, and she uses it on me, and it's the reason why I love her doing my makeup, because good quality. Hope you enjoyed. I feel like that was really funny and I really enjoyed talking about stuff like that. So if it's something that you enjoyed, let me know. Maybe I'll do a part 2, or we could talk about something else sort of similar. That is that. So I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I will see you in the next one.